All right, I was sent an interview here, and this is supposed to have more info on the Twitter X attack, cyber attack that is, that happened today. So let's check this out right now.
Hi, we welcome to the show and a special interview with Mr. Elon Musk, who of course is famed Trump advisor, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, chair of X Corp. Elon, thank you for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I want to begin, but among other things, everyone's attacking you for your position. What are you doing in the government? There was a cyber attack on X today.
Yeah, why are they attacking him so much for him being part of, working with the government? I mean, the government has plenty of business people that work with them. Why? Is because he's uncovering stuff they don't want him to uncover? What the hell's going on here?
Which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced.
Yes.
It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
Oh, well, so that's your suspicion. Is the website, is the internet up? Is it up yet?
It's up, yeah.
It's up yet. Okay, good. But I just was looking back. Let me just see if I get this right. They're setting fire to various Tesla charging stations.
Oh my. Yeah, they're vandalizing his stuff all over the place. I just saw something where like a bunch of tires were stolen off of some Teslas that were all parked in a particular, I guess, storage space for them, like car dealerships, they sometimes they have storage plots that aren't even at the dealership. They may be a couple of miles away. I used to work for a dealership, and sometimes we'd have to go get cars that were at another lot and drive them over so that we could sell them and they could be on display and stuff. You know what I mean? So, man. So there's that. Someone sent me a video the other night about Social Security. What's going? I gotta check that out. See what's going on with that. Because I know like people are flipping out about Social Security. I was actually talking to my accountant the other day, and she's Indian, and she was telling me like she knew some people that were getting deported that had their paperwork. So apparently mistakes are being made with this thing with ICE going on. They cracking down. Maybe they're cracking down a little too hard. However, it's one of those situations where it's like, well, I mean, back when I was like in my 20s, I had a friend who, was legal here, they were getting ready to deport, and apparently there was some screw up with her paperwork. She ended up getting it sorted out. But so I don't know what's going on, but things is wild right now. And we still ain't got them damn Epstein files. See? I told you I will call stuff out when stuff is fishy to me or I don't agree or something's up. Okay? I told you I do not trust either side. I've told you guys that. While I have conservative thoughts and leanings and I may lean right, I am not a registered voter. I do not vote. I give you my opinion on what's going on in the world because you continue to ask me. And people said they like how I deliver my points because I'm not someone that's like in the religion of the left or the right. You get what I'm saying?
Near Boston. Shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon. Various nonviolent...
Shots fired, not a metaphor.
Shots fired, yes. Downtown New York.
He's funny, man. He's an awkward dude. He's funny.
Marching against the Teslas.
I guess you gotta make light of it right now with everything. He's, it's kind of like, it reminds me of Trump. It was like when Trump started running, that's when he started being attacked by the media. When he aligned himself with Trump and is now working with Trump, all of a sudden, he's in the bullseye. I'm seeing a pattern here. You know what I mean?
Showroom, your stock is way down. You've been criticized left and right.
But look on the right side.
I mean, why?
Always look on the bright side of life.
So his stock is way down now. I wasn't aware that it was down. I know that doge is down. I know Dogecoin is down. And when Trump first got elected, I had made all my money back and then some. But with all, I guess, people's uncertainty about what's going on and all the changes being made, people are fearful. And I get it. I understand. Tesla stock price, 222. Well, what was it? I don't know what it was, but okay.
Yes, I'm an optimist.
But besides that,
Yes. I mean,
how's your day?
what motivates you to do this?
Was the offer good?
It's tough sledding.
Yeah, it is tough sledding.
You know what I find crazy? I think I was looking at something. I was trying to find what Trump was worth and what he's worth. And I could have swore, like, the difference is vast. Trump, I think, so correct me if I'm wrong down, but is worth around like 7 or 8 billion. But he's worth like 359 billion. I was like, oh my God, the massive difference in that is it's astronomical, that difference. Like, and neither one of them could spend that much money in their lifetime. Well, I guess they could, depending, because they're such movers and shakers. They could like throw all of their money in something, but it's a phrase. It's figure of speech. It's like, no way they're gonna spend all that in their lifetime. Yeah, and they're spending normally, yeah, as a lavish millionaire, billionaire would. But that's incredible.
But I think we're doing the right thing here. There's been a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. When you're part of the government, you saw a lot of that, and there's been. If you look at the Inspector General reports and the Government Accountability Office, there have been many audits that have pointed out that there's a tremendous amount of waste and fraud in the government. In fact, there was a report issued by the GAO, the Government Accountability Office, last year. So during the Biden administration, which estimated the federal government fraud to be $500 billion. So just because that's not a Trump administration thing, that's a Biden administration thing. So
okay.
What we're trying to do is get that number down to a much smaller figure, save money for the American taxpayer, stop money being spent on things that I think very few taxpayers would agree make sense. Transgender animal surgeries, or why are we spending money? Why are American tax dollars being spent on this?
Right.
The president's gone through a long list of absurd things. Why are the 20 million people who are definitely dead marked as alive in the Social Security database? Why were hundreds of millions of dollars of Small Business Administration loans were given out to people aged 11 and under, according to the Social Security audit? Like, these must be some very enterprising.
You know what that reminds me of? There was a joke a while ago. Okay, so Jeff Foxworthy with the whole, redneck jokes. Remember that? If you go to a job interview with a beer and a wife beater on, you might be a redneck. Okay, so this one dude came out with something. He said, you might be a blackneck. He said, if your cable bill is in your baby's name, you might be a blackneck. Or it was like your light bill. That's what it kind of reminds me of, like that type of fraud, but bigger.
8-year-olds,
That's a pretty strong 150-year-olds.
Yes, exactly. As the president said, we have an enormous number of people marked as alive who are 160. He didn't know the country was that healthy.
Yes. So demystify this. How do you do it? Okay. How big is your team?
Yeah.
Where'd you recruit most of them from?
Get dressed.
And what is it that makes you choose, the Treasury or Social Security or USAID? How does it work? Let the public know, please.
Right. Well, we just basically follow the money. We look at the president's executive orders, and we also just follow the money. So we started looking closely at USAID because they were completely violating the president's executive orders to suspend foreign aid, what's called foreign aid, but in our view is a lot of corruption. So what we saw there is just a tremendous amount of money being sent to non-governmental organizations. But actually, this, by the way, is I think one of the biggest sources of fraud in the world is government-funded non-governmental organizations. This is a gigantic fraud loophole where the government can give money to an NGO, and then there are no controls over that NGO. So they've given billions of dollars, in fact, we estimate tens of billions of dollars to NGOs that are essentially scams. And
by the way,
trying to put a stop to that, So
I don't want to interrupt, but Secretary of State Rubio just come out. I think he tweeted today. He has accepted over 80% of your recommendations to shut down in USAID.
Right.
So your review and analysis was spot on.
Yes. So I think when people criticize, say, what Doge is doing, we say, well, which part specifically? Because we put all of the actions of the Doge team on the doge.gov website and on the Doge handle on X. So we post the receipts. So it's like this action has been taken, this action has been taken.
Okay.
So when we get criticism, we say like, of what?
I gotta start checking out that page. I followed them, but I totally forgot about them.
Which line do you disagree with? Like which cost saving do you disagree with? And then people usually can't think of any.
No.
So
it's transparent line by line.
It's transparent line by line,
which is quite remarkable.
Right. And so, and then with respect to the Treasury, for example, the two main recommendations we suggested, which have now been implemented, was that any payments going out of the Treasury, especially the Treasury's main payment computer, which is called PAM, things like a payments account manager or something like that, but it's like almost $5 trillion a year, so about $1 billion an hour. That the payments be coded with the congressional appropriation, and that there be an explanation for the payment. Very basic stuff. And just doing that, we estimate will save $100 billion a year.
Wow. You're not really, let me see if I get this right.
Something so simple.
You're not really changing policy.
No, yes.
You're auditing the fiscal mechanisms to make sure that, from point A gets to point B, and that's where it's supposed to get to. In some cases, it doesn't get there, or in some cases, it may go over there. But that's it's not a policy exercise. You're not changing laws. You're just doing what any business would do in a profit and loss audit.
I think we're really what we're adding here is caring and competence, and there's a massive amount of fraud of basically people submitting Social Security numbers for Social Security benefits, unemployment, Small Business Administration loans, and medical, where those are fake Social Security numbers, or they're stolen somebody else's Social Security number, and we're trying to put a stop to all of that. And that's the number which is estimated to be on the order of 10% of federal expenditures, which is half a $1 trillion.
It's a huge number.
Yeah.
You're working with the agency heads. You're working with the cabinet secretaries.
Yes.
I saw Howard Lutnick was on TV yesterday saying you were partnering with them. Is that fair?
Yeah. What we do is in consultation with the cabinet secretaries and with their departments. So we're really trying to be we'll refer to ourselves as tech support.
Mm-hmm.
We're really helping the department get a handle on things, because
I'm gonna stop it right here because I mainly wanted to hear about the
what actually.
Why is it not stopping?
Here.
That's weird. Anyway, I'm pressing stop literally on the screen record button. I'm gonna watch the rest of this later. I really wanted to see what was going on with this with the hacking. I hope it's not true that it's coming from Ukraine. But then there's this whole weird, people said that he met with the Democrats, had a secret meeting with the Democrats, as Zelensky did. I'm just like, good Lord, what? the hell? What type of dirt is going on here, man? As the world turns. 10 million subscribers. Woo!